talk. Oh, you love to speak German to me.
It's a talent.
It's your favorite thing in the world.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you? Okay.
I'm okay.
I'm just going to come here every week talking about how it is going back to work with a baby.
I feel like we're in a particularly hard zone.
You know, no, it's actually fine. Sorry, I didn't mean you. I need to hear how you are because you have recently.
I'm in a hard zone.
Yeah,
I get it. Okay, I get the 2 under 2 thing.
Do you?
I get it, and I get that I was in here last time. Oh, it's fine. Like what? 1 to 2 is fine. I do stand by that 1 to 2 is better for me than 0 to 1.
Okay, great.
However, what I would say is for 1 to 2 to have been harder, I would have had to be like paralyzed or something. Because 0 to 1 was a shit show for me. However, we've taken a turn.
Okay, what's happened?
The honeymoon period is over.
The bubble has burst.
Yeah.
Okay, walk us through it.
No, we're fine.
Okay. Okay.
No, we're not fine. I've had a particularly is a choice day to record the podcast.
How much sleep are we having?
Do you know what? I'm not
coming here with quite unique energy.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much sleep I'm getting. Not loads.
Can I know about the sleep setup?
Yes. So I'm upstairs with Daisy.
Yeah.
And Ben
in a bed?
In a bed.
Co-sleeping?
No.
Oh, sorry.
She's actually in the bassinet of the pram.
Oh, you love doing that.
Well, she was in the snooze pod for a bit, and then I just tried her in the bassinet for one night, and she did her best sleep yet. And then obviously I did that thing where...
this is such a classic thing where like it obviously wasn't the bassinet.
And then I did everything that I did that night.
Again.
And now I should probably go back to the snooze pod to see if that makes a difference.
I really remember when I was buying a pram and you were like, you need to get one big enough for them to sleep in it at night. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I stand by it.
Yeah, Leo's never slept in his
also,
pram
because
at night.
like then like when you're out, you just detach it, you bring it up, they go to sleep, whatever.
I'm a cool mom.
Also, if then they fall asleep downstairs, you don't need to carry a snooze pod upstairs. Anyway, whatever.
So back in the episode where we talked about couples sleeping separately,
we are that.
Do we now feel like 2 kids is when that starts to happen?
Yeah, and mainly just because like I do think like Ben is much more present for Joey the next day. What we largely do is when we've got Joey and Daisy, Ben will do the morning with Joey. Yeah. And then we will spend the afternoon as a family of 4.
So cute.
Really nice.
Yeah.
But he can only get up at 6 and do the Joey morning because he's had a full night's sleep. There is also no point him being awake. Anyway.
No, I understand. Sorry, okay. So what would you, can you identify what is making it so hard?
Yeah. So
besides the 2 children.
Yeah. I would say I'm finding 3 things hard. Well, loads of things, but let me summarize 3 just for the sake.
I'd love to know some
details. We've got a limited period of time here.
Yeah.
I would say first of all, I'm finding like the crying. Like there is a reason why they use it as a source of torture.
Of course.
It's so bad.
It's horrific.
And because of that, I am like she cries a lot.
Oh, but she didn't used to cry.
I know. I had this 3 weeks of bliss where she just didn't cry. Came in here. It's so easy. No, I didn't say it was easy, but I deserved what I've got. And now she does cry, bless her. She's
how much?
Quite a colic or like
no.
Whatever.
You've got to stop throwing colic out there.
No, but I think she passes for the definition of colic.
3 hours a day.
More than 3 hours a day. Yeah,
whoa. I would say. Wow, that's hard.
Yeah, it's really hard. The thing is, I'm also trying to find where the line is between, okay, does she actually have reflux and could take something for it and it could stop? Or do I just need to suck it up because like she's a newborn, newborns cry. Also like most mums that I've spoken to are like, yeah, my baby had really bad gas. And you know, just the witching is so bad.
I remember saying to you that I like every day was like, is Leo meant to be on like refluxy meds or is this normal or what's happening? And then one day it literally just got better out of nowhere at like 10, 12 weeks or whatever.
Yeah. So I feel like we're just going to brave it.
Yeah, fair.
But what it means is my confidence for being out with her is low.
Oh, I hate that.
Just because, don't get me wrong, she naps really well.
That's good.
So like she will have a 3-hour nap.
Yeah.
delightful. So we have had some lovely lunches where she's just asleep. But if you get that wrong, I'd much rather be at home than be in a really nice restaurant with her fucking screaming her tits off.
Yeah. Although you must remember that it grates on you way more than anyone else.
Well, yeah, I mean, fuck everyone else, just for me.
Sorry, just for
I don't want to be like stomping up and down, trying to, you know.
Is there anything you can do to make her stop crying when she's crying badly?
Not really.
Yeah,
this is the other thing. Like, the thing with, I'm just not used to it. Like when toddlers, maybe they do cry. I think I've just got lucky. Joey doesn't really cry that much.
Yeah.
So like I'm in an era where if she's crying, what's up? And she'll tell me.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm just like, maybe she's just crying.
But I think newborns do that.
I know. Yeah. It's shit. So I'm finding that hard. The other thing I'm finding hard is I'm really relating to what you said last episode when it was like, people say 1 is mentally hard, 2 is physically hard.
Yes.
Also, because I am so pathetically thirsty around Joey that like I'm trying to just like prove.
Are you sticking things to your head again?
I'm not sticking things to my head. I mean, obviously, when I was pregnant, I couldn't do everything that I wanted with her physically.
Yeah.
So obviously then everyone knows like she just you know, became like a worshipper to Ben and I just didn't exist.
I know, it's hard.
And now I'm back in the game physically.
Back in the game. Although no, how postpartum are you?
6 weeks.
Yeah, that's like you're just starting to get back in the game.
No,
physically.
sure, but like to her the baby's out and I need to prove that like me.
She's there. Drop and give me 20, mum.
So like when Ben is wearing Daisy in the sling.
Yeah, cute.
And we don't have a pram for Joey because that's just how Ben's lived his life with her in the most unhinged way. And she wants to be picked up.
I can't be in that life.
I carry her on my hip, obviously, because I'm a woman. She doesn't want to be carried on my hip. She wants to be carried like face forward, me like holding her in front of me.
No.
But I'm like, yeah, woo! And I'm like playing all these games and I'm running around just because I just want to be remotely chosen in any way, shape or form.
So Joe has started taking Leo out without a pram.
Yeah, it's these men.
Just on his arm, out he goes, nothing else for an adventure.
Yeah.
Like,
no nappies,
what
no
do you
anything.
Mean? Where are you going?
I also, while we're on this side note, while we're on this topic, I have a theory that, you know, when people say, oh, like they're walking, it's so much harder when they're walking, isn't it? It's always men that say that. And I'll tell you for why.
Oh.
Because when they're walking, obviously the fear is that they're going to hurt themselves and men like want to be protectors. But we were anxious the whole time.
Right.
So like I actually saw Ramesh Ranganathan talking about it and he was like, isn't it hard when they're mobile? And this woman was like, no, not really. Like I find it easier, which is what I think. And I've remembered you saying.
Yes, also, correct. I feel that way.
And
not that he's walking,
sorry,
guys.
He's not walking.
No. But I have found it much, like everyone says, as soon as he moves, it's a disaster. But I prefer the fact he can move around.
Sorry, but when I say moving, I actually mean walking.
Okay, then I can't speak to that.
No, sorry. But for me, it's been like so much easier because you can literally make an activity out of walking to the park.
Right.
But before, and he was like, yeah, like before I could just like go upstairs and like brush my spend a couple of hours like upstairs. He was joking, obviously.
Yeah.
But my theory is us women, like we're never leaving them for that long when they can't walk because we're like obsessed with them.
Yeah.
And we're so anxious all the time about anything that like, yes, we've got anxiety about them just like falling off a cliff, but we were anxious before.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that theory stands, but it can now be
I
think
think it's quite a decent theory, actually. Yeah, I think you're right about that. Like I don't leave him out of my sight now. No.
But I know, aren't they unhinged like that? They'll just like walk out without zero prep. Like Ben will literally walk out, and maybe this is an exaggeration. Don't come for me, Ben. But like he'll walk out, no nappies, no wipes, no lunch, no snacks. Yeah. Just like, come on, babe, we're off.
Yeah.
And it's like, sorry, I've made a packed lunch for her. It's in the fridge. Here's a snack box.
The few times I went out with Leo in just a sling to go for a walk, I was like, oh my God, such a free hippie mum.
Yeah. And then
yeah, literally. Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the men need to stop going on these explorations with nothing.
No, but they don't. We don't want to prevent the men.
Sorry.
From going on explorations.
No, please keep going, men. Sorry.
Do all the parenting.
Yeah. No, we like it.
So anyway, physically demanding. Yes. You called it, and you're correct.
Thank you to whoever told me that. You
were
correct.
The third thing is I'm renovating a house.
Wait, haven't you only said one? No, the crying.
The crying is number one.
The crying. Sorry.
I'm renovating a house.
Yeah.
Which I know that's like your dream to renovate a house.
Yeah. I mean, no, sorry. I understand it's extremely stressful. What my dream is what's happening now, where you send me images of what the room could look like and I get to critique. Yeah. That's my dream.
But what
I'm living my dream. But I just then want to live in it.
Yeah. What you're living is the fun bit, which is like the overall aesthetic. Yeah. What I'm living is the reality, which is like, for example, what size skirting boards do we literally like we were in like a bathroom appointment, which by the way, we had to like, it took us an hour and 10 minutes to get to the bathroom appointment because we needed to go to this big showroom, which is in the middle of nowhere. Then
Did you go with Daisy?
With Daisy. Yeah. Because like, wow.
Yeah, no. Of course.
We then had like a 5-hour bathroom appointment.
What?
Because you have to choose taps and toilet roll holders. And do you want brass or brushed brass? I don't fucking know, but it's still a decision you need to make.
Yeah.
And what tiles and all of these, like, there's so many components to a bathroom and you don't realize, and it's all fine.
Yeah.
But doing all of that like mind numbing stuff with a screaming baby in the showroom.
Yeah.
It's not the one.
It's so hard to design my mansion with my baby.
And my wallet is too small for my 50s.
And my diamond shoes are so tight.
I know, first world problems, but I guess my one and three is related. It's like being out when you just, like, you need to do things.
No, doing a 5-hour anything with a newborn is not okay.
No. Also, it's just mind-numbing work.
Yeah.
Because I'm like trying to engage with this guy about like the layout of the bathroom, and I've literally got her screaming in my ear.
Yes.
And I'm like whacking my tit out like with this guy that I've met 5 minutes ago, like less than a meter away from me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the one, is it? That bit.
Anyway.
No.
We're doing fine.
You're doing fine, we're fine.
So anyway, it was a bad day today because, you know, like things compound.
Yeah.
So I just feel like we've been doing really well. 3 weeks here. It's been like a tough. We also had a disaster afternoon the other day, which I'll tell you about in a bit. Because I'm too like Debbie Downer right now anyway.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean like for the pod, like God, shut up moaning. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's really hard.
But like I just feel like all the hardness compounded today.
Yeah.
Into she woke up. We'd obviously done like a broken night. Then she woke up and it was like 5:30. And I find that, I don't know about you, but I find that the hardest wake up when you had to do all of the wake ups in the night, like the latest one. Right. I found the hardest. Yes. And I made a judgment call, which was the wrong call, which was typically in the night, the longer I spend like in the wake window, the more I get rewarded. Yeah. You know, you change, you blow, you do everything to keep them up. They feed a lot, then you'll get a big one.
Yeah.
She fed a bit, fell asleep.
Yeah.
I was so tired that I was like, but no, I need so much sleep. So like, let me just like change a nappy. Woke up, wouldn't go back to sleep for 2 hours. Oh. And I was, and by the way, then crying the whole time for that 2 hours.
And wouldn't go back on boob?
No, like she would feed for like a sec and then she would start crying because like all the wind.
Yeah.
So, you know, it started badly. And then because I'm not eating for such a long period of time and this girl needs to eat.
Yeah. Why aren't you doing the midnight snacks?
I know.
I told you to do.
Because I'm so fat. And I need to lose weight and I just can't.
But Katie, something's got to give here. You can't get through the newborn phase and not just eat whatever you want. It's
I am eating
hard.
whatever I want.
Understood.
But like there is a line.
Yeah, okay. Is there though?
Well, if there is, I've crossed it already before the midnight snacks.
Just eat one of the things you were going to eat in the day at
I
a
like
night
eating
feed.
them in front of the TV.
Yeah, I understand.
Anyway, it was just one of those where like my body was, I just felt like I have no joule of energy in my body. It was like when Harry Potter, those guys that like Harry Potter out there, you know, when the guy, I'm now like baby brain, I'm losing all of the names that makes this reference pointless.
Fun quiz. Yeah, go.
The professor in book 2 who's a fraud.
Oh, Gilderoy Lockhart.
Yes, when Gilderoy Lockhart tries to fix Harry's arm and then there's no bones.
Yes.
That's what my body felt like. I felt like I had no bones.
Yes.
And so I'm just like there,
just
the tiredness
like
set in.
Exhausted.
I was hangry. It was like 1 p.m. I hadn't eaten anything since like 4 p.m. the day before.
Oh,
like
that is very unlike
and then very unlike me. Like Ben's going on a stag this weekend.
Wait, what's your plan?
Grandparents are taking Joey. I've got Daisy.
Okay.
Which is fine, but like sometimes when you've got a really crying baby, like that moment where you can just hand her off for just like when like you don't know when you're at your wit's end until you're at your wit's end.
Yes, correct.
But anyway.
We're fine.
No, it's hard. We're in the hard zone.
Yeah, you're in a hard zone. You're in a hard zone. Okay, well, how can I help you? How can I help you? I know this is fucking annoying when people say this.
Yeah.
But do remember, everything is temporary.
Yeah.
And this is the last time you're doing this.
Yes. You'll never see me again. No, that's getting me through for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I don't want to wish time away.
I know.
But I am looking forward to that newborn phase being over because me and it just don't get on that well.
No, you don't.
I'm enjoying it more.
Yeah.
But overall, like, excessive enjoyment is not true.
You're a toddler mom.
I'm a toddler mom.
You're a toddler mom.
I'm a mum when like we can like have jokes.
Yeah, cute.
And I can feed you and you'll eat something that isn't
you love
milk.
to feed people.
I just love to feed people. I'm a feeder.
Yeah.
Anyway, how's you?
I'm grand.
I'm in the hard zone.
No, I actually, you know what? I have realized I do prefer, I'm working 4 days a week and I do prefer that to full-time parenting. I actually do.
Breakthrough mentally, I think that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it's also really helped me with, like, I feel such a shift in anxiety in a good way about Leo and about parenting stuff.
What do you mean?
I just feel like when I was on mat leave, he was like the only thing in the universe I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And it just means that you obsess over certain things that like now I just don't obsess over. And also I do think nursery helps with just being a bit more, like sometimes he doesn't have a good nap and he's still fine.
Yes.
Whereas like when you're I think when you're in charge of absolutely everything, it's such a big burden of responsibility and you just kind of then feel you're to blame for everything. And it's just kind of, I feel like it's taught me to just be like, oh, like I really try and have such a nice time with him when I can be with him. And I do, like, I enjoy my day with him so much. Whereas when we used to get to Friday, I'd be like, oh my God, another day of parenting.
Yeah.
And now I like love it. Like I love spending time with him and I love to like see him in the mornings and evenings and try and make that really lovely time. And obviously sometimes it's still really fucking hard. But I think it has made me cherish it and it has made me just be less worried about some things, which is really nice.
And also like your point, when you're people like us where we do like things to be right and perfectionist type people, when things are in your control, it's like, well, why wouldn't I try and give him the best possible nap time so that he's
exactly
in the best mood for the day? And then they go to someone else and they don't, like I learned this with Ben's mum who's type B and she doesn't work on a routine, you know, but she is the most amazing carer for Joey. But like, you know, she'll have a slightly later nap, or nursery, they put her to bed an hour later than I would have. She's fine.
Exactly. It's things like that. So that's been really nice. I will, however, say my like cortisol levels from just constantly being in a rush are high.
I didn't know the word cortisol until I had a baby.
Well, I think that's the perfect analogy.
Feel like a baby
for what happens. No, because you said like stress exists. Like I just, and again, you know what, I don't even want to go too much into it because I feel like every week I come here and I'm like, isn't it hard to work and have a child, guys? Isn't it hard? And everyone's like, yeah. But you're just like always in a rush. You wake up, you have to get them ready. You have to get ready for work. You have to get them to nursery. You have to get to work. You have to do your job in less hours, fewer hours. You need to get home. You need to do bath time. You need to do bedtime. Then you need to do things when you go to sleep. Then you need to go to bed because otherwise you'll be too tired.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you treasuring the weekends?
Yeah, but I'm not treasuring my fucking wedding.
Yes.
I just like, it's obviously fine. Again, this is such a first world problem thing, but like, I just resent the fact that when I have a free hour, I have to do a fucking table plan.
Yeah.
I just resent it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is not how I want to spend my time.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is not a wedding podcast, as I keep having to remind you.
Yeah.
The other thing that has happened is I stopped breastfeeding.
Oh,
I know.
R.I.P.
I know.
How do you feel about that?
I have mixed emotions. I'm also very conscious that I might have emotions because of literal hormone things happening.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Some people say that the hormone crash they got after breastfeeding was the worst of any hormonal.
I heard that. I think I'm always ready for my hormones to go.
Yeah.
Arise. Wild. I'm just always.
Yeah.
But I will say I feel like really quite exhausted in like a really like physical way. So I wonder whether that has, but I mean, that might just be parenting and working. But yeah, so I and you know what? I am proud of myself because I always said I want to do a year and I did a year and 3 weeks.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. And it just felt like he loves the bottle. I was only doing the mornings and it was literally like a few minutes. And I was just like, it just feels like a good time because I also don't want him to become too aware. Like,
you also don't want to breastfeed at your wedding.
Exactly. And I need my body to do whatever it's going to do post breastfeeding so I can then fix it in time for the wedding.
Yes.
And it just felt right. Like I'd set myself that goal and it just felt like a good moment. And I really remember you saying to me that you like really made a thing of the last time you fed Joey. And I really had that in my mind. So I like chose a bedtime. I'd like actually made him a bottle and I thought like, oh, maybe yesterday morning was just the last time. And I was like, no, actually, I'm going to feed him one last time to like really treasure it and remember it. And it was really sweet. Aww. But anyways, I asked ChatGPT on my like, on what my breastfeeding was, how many hours I spent breastfeeding. So I gave it like quite precise indicators. So the fact that like in the beginning a feed would be like 20 minutes versus at the end it would be like 5. And the fact like I fed exclusively for 8 months and then slowly introduced a bottle. So I gave it like quite precise information to work it out. I'd like you to guess. How many hours?
10,000
hours?
Minutes.
Oh God, how many hours is that? Fucking hell.
Well, I'm not going to attempt it.
200 hours is your guess.
Yes.
The correct answer is 500 hours.
Whoa.
Yeah. 500 hours, which is the same as 21 full days.
Whoa.
So if you spent 21 days, I spent 21 full 24-hour days just breastfeeding. My NCT friend recommended a book to me the other day, which I haven't read, but it's called Maternity Service. Have you heard of this?
No.
And it's basically about like reframing mat leave to not be seen as like a leave, but to be seen as like a service where you're working hard.
For sure.
And it's actually really interesting. Like some people have made comments, obviously like facetiously, like joking, but at work, some people are just like, you can just tell that some people think it was like a really lovely like holiday break.
Right.
And her thing, I haven't read the book, but it's all about like we have to reframe the way everyone thinks about mat leave because it's categorically not a holiday.
Well, do you remember, I can't remember now the exact phrasing, but someone just said at work, did you enjoy your time off?
Yeah.
And I know it's such a minor thing.
Yeah.
Like, well, it wasn't really time off.
Yeah.
Not to be a dickhead about it, but
different work, okay? But yeah, so I stopped breastfeeding.
Wow.
So I know it's the end of an era.
Yeah. But you're breastfeeding another one.
Yes. Yeah. And I am so grateful that I got to do it for the time I did. And I don't regret any of I don't regret doing exclusively for 8 months and then changing that. And I don't regret doing it for the time I think I've liked doing it for the time I've done it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Do you remember, so for those that haven't listened, it was a hilarious episode, you should go listen to it, but we had
we were really funny
on. No, not us, the comedian that we had on. We had a comedian comedian. We had a comedian on, Casey Bowsham, and she told this hilarious story about how, you know, like her big shameful thing that happened was when she had her new baby.
Yes,
her toddler was like drinking or like sucking on her dry teats or something.
And anyway, I think it'd be the age that Joey is now.
Well, it's really funny because Joey is obsessed with me breastfeeding, and the entire time she's like, not Joey's milk, not Joey's milk. I'm put it to my boob. And like, bless her, the other day I could see her just like very gradually getting closer and closer to my nipple. And then she kind of caught herself and she was like, not Joey's milk, sister milk, sister milk. Bless her. And it's like really doing her in her head that like, why can she have that? And I don't know, obviously she doesn't remember it, but I don't know if there's some kind of muscle memory there.
Well, it's probably also just like seeing you do anything with a baby makes her think like, I'm her baby, like why am I not doing that?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
I know.
Did you let her?
No.
No. That's a no. The full set of teeth and the speaking.
Yeah. What I will say is there was like an iota of curiosity. It was mainly like I would have quite liked to see her face of like wonder when she got milk out.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I just felt too weird about it.
Yeah, no, I don't think you should personally.
She's like talking.
No offense to anyone.
No.
Who's, you know, on that
train,
but it's not for me personally.
Also, for any eagle-eyed people out there that have noticed that I'm not wearing my wedding rings.
Are you guys okay?
Literally, this is why I wanted to acknowledge it, because it was just my hands were so swollen.
You
and
hate
fat.
it when men don't wear their wedding rings.
I really hate it.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to acknowledge. Is we're fine. We're not divorced.
Yeah.
Newborn is hard.
Yeah.
But we are still married. It's just my fingers were so fat that I had to take them off temporarily. And I have not put them back on. All right? But I will be doing that. But I just keep forgetting. But yeah. There's no problems here, girls. No, but I always notice when people don't wear their rings.
I know you
which
do.
Is why
you call men up on it.
I do.
Yeah, you're like, why aren't you wearing your wedding ring? And they're like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
You're like, well, you made a commitment.
Yeah. Well, no, I've actually had two, like, I wouldn't call them arguments, but I
wonder if anyone else would.
But definitely some
tense moments
with two of my good friends' husbands who just don't wear rings
because they don't like
don't really believe in it. Like in both cases, like their dads didn't wear them and like they just don't.
Yeah.
But both of their wives do.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of said, that's not on, mate.
That's not on. And the wife's like, I don't mind. You're like, shh, this isn't about you.
This is nothing to do with you.
This is between me and your husband.
No, but I just don't like it.
She doesn't like it. Okay, so you're now, how old is Sweet Daisy again?
Not sure. I think like 6 weeks.
Great. Okay. So you gave us your takeaway after like whatever it was, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Have you got, how are you feeling now? What are your main thoughts on 1 to 2? Have you got any main takeaways?
I've got a few takeaways. My first takeaway, I would do really badly under torture.
Yeah.
Really badly.
Yeah.
Like, bit of sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
Do you want to sleep? Yeah, just tell me like where the guy is. Second, like it's just over there.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, when you sip, when your baby's taken the first like suck of milk from your boob, and it's like you've never drunken water ever.
Oh, what is that?
If anyone was just like, do you want a drink?
Yeah.
But like, you need to tell us all the secrets.
Yeah.
I'll be just like, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Or like, if I haven't eaten for like 12 hours, they're like, do you want a cheeseburger?
Yeah.
I'll just be like, yeah, literally, I'll tell you anything that you want to know. So that's my first takeaway.
I think I would do better under torture than you.
I would do so badly.
Yeah.
Like so badly.
Well, let's hope it never happens.
For sure. That's my first takeaway.
Okay.
My second takeaway is babies are hard to get to sleep.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't.
That's your takeaway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like maybe I just forgot.
Uh-huh.
But Wait, I think, do you know what it is? It's you walk around and all the time there are just these kids slumped in prams, just like asleep, like they literally like halfway through a sentence just fell asleep.
Yeah.
And I would say that most babies that you see, at least half, are asleep in prams.
Yeah, but that's because they're being walked around and round and round the park.
But my baby won't sleep.
When she's being walked around?
No.
Okay, what methods are we using?
All of them.
Okay, white noise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you feeding to sleep?
Yeah.
And that doesn't work?
Sometimes.
Okay.
But like, sometimes I'm just like, you're so tired.
Yeah.
How can you not just be like...
Yeah, it is annoying that
like
bit,
those kids in prams, I just feel like...
I think you shouldn't fixate on the kids in the prams because you're seeing the like 1 hour they're asleep.
No, but I just think that my kids, both of them, don't like sleep.
Okay.
So much.
But Daisy naps great.
She does, but like when she, you know, a close friend of mine, she's got a baby that's like 3 weeks ahead of me.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, wait windows at the moment, I'm doing like an hour. And then before bed, like we'll try and do an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like an hour and a half is hard.
Yeah.
This girl, like if it was up to her, she'd be up for like 5-6 hours.
Really?
Yeah, like she'll be up like for 3 hours. And it'll be like 3 hours she's been awake. And we would have, for the last hour and a half, we would have been like, you know, like rocking her in the sling.
Yeah.
My third takeaway.
Yeah.
Don't get too cocky.
Yeah. Never get too cocky.
See, she was cocky this one.
Yeah. You know what? You were pleasantly surprised by not being in the absolute pits from day one of having a new baby.
True.
And I think you deserved that.
We had such a bad afternoon the other day. Should I tell you about it?
I'd love to know.
So it was Saturday afternoon.
Usually a good afternoon.
Usually a good one.
Usually one of the winning days.
Started with probably what all bad afternoons start with. Terrible nap. So Joey normally slaps. She normally naps for 2 hours, like 45 minutes in. We were like, we're in for one here.
Couldn't get back down.
She couldn't get back down. She gets up in the worst mood.
Oh no!
It's raining outside, like pouring rain. The whole house was in one of those moods where you're just like, you know, when you just need to get out of the house.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, let's go out in our brollies and like go for some food.
Yeah.
So we went out.
Tried to save the day.
Yeah. On the pavement, she's crying because, and I know I just said that Joey doesn't really cry, but this was an exception.
Yeah.
She had her own umbrella. She wanted Daddy to hold the umbrella, but Daddy, when he held the umbrella, she wanted to hold it. And then it was just like one of those toddler things. Literally.
Yeah.
So she was on the floor crying.
Oh.
So it took such an effort to get everyone to the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, what must we have looked like? We were so amateur hour. Like we needed a sign above our heads to be like, we are a new family of 4. Like, it was so embarrassing. Literally to the point where there was a group of 5 mums. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they were all mums, but
they were like, you're right, dear.
Kind of. Oh. They were in their 40s and they were going to see Boyzone.
I heard Boyzone from my house. I was like, why do I know all of these songs? Who is this?
Yeah. And so literally, the food comes. Joey's being a meth head, like complete terror. She's just like going all over the shop, just like screaming at stuff and when she's literally 99% of the time an angel.
Yeah.
The baby's crying.
Yeah.
So the food comes, obviously no one's touching the food because like we're trying to control Joey, not like just going around irritating all of the people in the thing. The baby's like witching or crying. So one of us is doing that. Anyway. And these mums who probably, if I were to guess, probably had kids that were like 10.
Yeah.
They kind of, one of them looked over, she goes, you guys are in it. I'm like, no shit.
But you know what? I think I would find that better than going, treasure this time.
I know.
You treasure these moments.
Yeah.
Like, do
you know what?
I agree this moment, Glenda.
I agree with you. Do you know what? It was actually quite helpful.
Yeah.
Because like we are in it.
This is rock bottom, ladies.
Yeah.
Just,
But that's what was so funny to me is like she was seeing it and bless her. She was clearly like, ooh, you guys, you got it tough right now. So anyway, like we were having like the worst time. But it's just difficult because like you're out on a Saturday afternoon, all four of you are together. We're at a restaurant, like we're supposed to be having fun times. Having a nightmare
It's
time.
the worst moment though, isn't it? That's the worst bit, is when you're actively trying to create a lovely harmonious time and it's horrific. That's worse than if you just never tried to have that good a time.
And then like, you know, we're on our way home. Daisy's in the pram like screaming, but it's raining, so I don't want to get her out the pram. In the end, I just cannot deal with her screaming, so I take her out and I'm like trying to protect her for the rain, but I don't have an umbrella because Joey's using it because she's not in a pram. Anyway, so I'm like pacing it home. We get into the house. Obviously the house is a tip. Because like that's just how we live now.
That's what we live in.
And then we were doing bedtime, and like, you know, I had to laugh to myself because Ben was doing Joey's bedtime. I was trying to get Daisy to sleep downstairs. Joey was crying upstairs. Daisy was crying downstairs. And it was just like, and then Ben and I had a domestic after that.
Of course.
Nothing to do with the ring, guys.
Yeah. But of course.
Yes. Because we what our domestic was about how to get Daisy to sleep.
Yeah.
And listen, we're not going to go into the argument because it's not fair because he's not here.
And he's not right.
No, to be fair, he was right in the underlying theme, which I stand by this, which is whoever's looking after the baby can do what they want to do.
Yes. Really good advice that I personally find very hard to follow.
Well, I didn't take that advice in that moment, and that's why the argument ensued.
But I'm so bad at this.
Mainly, like, my food was ready. I wanted to eat it, but like, I'm not going to eat my dinner while my baby's crying. So like, can I just quickly do it? And but obviously that's not the right thing to do. So he was right.
Yeah.
But I was starving and I wanted to eat my food.
There's also just something so, but there's also just something so like, about when your baby is crying and you're not holding them.
Yeah.
Like it's something so like, I just give me the baby.
I know. So anyway, it was just like one of those days where you just need to go to bed and for the day to end.
Yeah.
And then it was so funny. It was like, I said to Ben, this is just the most male thing. We woke up the next day just after having the worst afternoon the day before.
Yeah.
Like my nerves were kind of shot about going out. Actually, side note to the listeners.
Yeah.
What is a good thing to do? Like as like a young family of 4, how do you spend your weekends that aren't in the house? Because I will say the day after we actually had a lovely wholesome day, but the house. Like, I mean, Ben, this is what I was going to say, was just hilarious. Like we had, like that day kicked our ass. And then we got up and he was like, I think we should make a roast today. And it was just like, okay, sure. Let's just like make the notoriously most like comprehensively like prep requirement dinner with the most washing up. But anyway, he did most of it and he actually did a great job.
And he did a roast.
Yeah.
Wow.
We didn't do loads of components, but we did roast beef, honey,
oh my God,
carrots,
delicious. Did you make
potatoes.
Your stuffing?
We didn't do stuffing.
We
didn't do stuffing. We didn't
slaps.
do. We really did 4 components. Those 3 I said in gravy.
Yeah.
So it didn't have all the trimming. No, but it was great, and it really lifted it made the day special.
God, I'm starving.
Yeah.
Fucking wedding.
You look great though. But what? Yes, to those family, like, what is a great day for a really young family?
Can I give you my assumption?
Please.
I don't know, right? But what I assume is that in the phase where Daisy doesn't care where she is, you just do what you would have done with Joey and bring Daisy.
Yeah, but then she's crying.
But she'll cry anywhere. But you
can't. That's not fun.
No, but what are you going to do to entertain Daisy right now?
I don't know.
She doesn't. She's
no, but like,
as in, like, there's not. I don't think there's something you could do. You should, however, take her to baby cinema.
Oh, great time for everyone else in that cinema.
But as in, I don't understand what I could give you that's a thing to do for a family of 4 that would mean she's not crying, because it sounds like...
Well, no, not just that she's not crying, but not somewhere that it would be, like, for example, going out for dinner. If you do... or dinner, obviously it's like 4 p.m, but if you get stuck in a restaurant when she's crying, that's like particularly bad. Yes. Whereas other things might not be as bad. You're going to have
to head back to the park. Caught. I'm sorry to tell you.
Yeah.
We're heading back to the park, my love.
Yeah.
That's your future now.
Yeah. It's the fucking park. Anyway, so those are my takeaways. Ask me again next month.
Okay, great.
Let's hear some listener confessions.
I have 2 write-ins.
Great.
Are you proud?
I'm very.
Thank you. I was hoping that would be the case. I really enjoy this one. Okay. Me again.
Oh!
Yeah.
Thank you, return listener.
Me again. A few weeks ago, I messaged in about the strategic placement of sick bags around my house because second pregnancy nausea was absolutely humbling me. Do you remember her?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the baby brain adventures have continued. This morning, my daughter did what she loves to do every morning, her morning poo. I geared myself up, took her upstairs, got her cleaned up, got her dressed, and thought, what productive morning. Nappy changed, child dressed. We're winning today.
Woo!
As usual, I'd been feeling exhausted, the kind of tired where you walk into a room and immediately forget why you're there.
Because she's pregnant.
With her second. Anyway, we carried on with our day. She was happily playing in one of her toy cars while I sat, in brackets lay, nearby on the sofa watching from afar. A little while later, she toppled sideways out of the car, so I went over to help her up. As I got close, I suddenly thought, what is that smell?
Oh no.
So I thought maybe she'd done another poo, but this one smelled significantly worse than other poos I'd smelt before. I went to check her nappy, and then I realised I'd forgotten to put a nappy on her. Poo all over the vest, nothing to contain it. Have you ever forgotten to put a nappy on your baby? Because this was the first time in 14 months I had done so.
Oh no. I have a poo story of my own, which you've literally just reminded me.
Go on.
So Ben and I were out the other day. We were in Reese. He's going on a stag, doesn't have any clothes, trying to get him some clothes for
Reese.
Reese.
Fancy stag.
Yeah, I don't know why. We just bought a house. We have no money.
Okay.
But he wants to look good.
Sure.
So we're in Reese.
Nice.
And Daisy does a poo. Poonami. Poos over everything.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you remember, but at newborn, their poo is liquid.
Yes.
So like there's literally also at newborn, I don't know if you remember, they don't poo for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And then like the whole world comes out their arse.
Yeah.
So there's so much poo everywhere, and we're in Reese just like stripping her off, and realised we didn't pack a spare anything.
Wipes, nappies? Neither.
No, we had wipes and nappies.
Oh.
We didn't have a spare onesie.
Oh, you didn't have any clothes.
So then we literally spent like 15 minutes. It was such a commotion, just ripping her clothes off, then putting these like pooey clothes on the floor of the shop, because where else are you going to put them?
No.
And it was totally a 2-man job, because we're trying not to get poo all over her pram.
Yeah.
And then, you know, someone's got and it was just the worst thing. And then we had to like wrap her in a blanket.
Oh my God.
It was so bad.
What was the temperature outside?
It wasn't hot.
Oh.
But anyway.
That's a good story. Were they annoyed at you?
No, like, what are they going to say?
Yeah.
In the back of my mind, I was ready for a shop assistant to be like, sorry guys, would you mind?
Could you remove your
And
poo?
let me tell you, my snapback would not have been friendly. Sorry, what would you like us to do in this moment? Because our baby has just shat themselves and we are doing our best. We're doing our best.
I hate it. Joe always says, oh, he shat himself. I'm like, he's not shat himself. Yeah. He's a baby.
Yes, I so agree with you. I'm 100% with you on that.
Like, this is what babies do.
Yeah. She's not shit herself. She's just
pooed.
Himself. There's no other option for her right now.
Oh dear. Do you change her in the bassinet when you're out and about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I missed that phase.
Yeah.
Taking them to the...
I think I did that for I did it for too long.
Yeah. I did it for so long.
Because like the public changing units, ew.
No good.
Yeah.
They're no good. Or in summer, just on the on the lawn in the park.
Whatever.
Why not? So thank you for the poo story. I'm sorry. I
do like a poo story.
I wonder whether she threw out the vest or tried to save it.
Surely.
I think you'd have to throw that one. This is actually, in a roundabout way, another poo story.
Okay.
Today's theme, poo. Okay. The context surrounding this confession is that my son was already ill, and the same day I was going to pick up a prescription for his conjunctivitis. We'd had a string of illness for about 8 weeks, and so I was already a paranoid mess about his health. In amongst this, I took him to a park to meet a friend. On the way there, we walked through a wooded area, and I noticed something fall down in front of me. I couldn't see anything on glancing at my son, who looked back at me happy in his pram. I concluded this must have been a leaf falling down or something like that, and carried merrily on my way. About 5 seconds later, I glanced back down to look at my son, expecting to give him a little grin as we explored the park together. When, to my horror, his mouth was absolutely covered with brown stuff.
Stop.
My first thought was honestly, where on earth has he got chocolate from in the past 5 seconds? Then it dawned on me that the thing that had fallen in front of my face was in fact a bird poo. I noticed the poo was all over his hand and on his jumper, right in front of the pram bar and right the inside of the pram bar. Either the bird had pooped right in the spot on his jumper that was hidden by the pram bar from my view, or it had pooped into his hand. I think the former is more likely. Anyway, cue me grabbing about 100 wipes, desperately trying to clean up my child, who was now screaming at me after noticing the panicked look of shock on my face. I even had to wipe bird poo out of the inside of his mouth.
Oh.
It really was a grim state of affairs. My friend arrived to see both my son and I in a flustered mess, surrounded by pooey wipes and a few tears from us both. After consulting the third parent, aka ChatGPT, my husband and I monitored him for 72 hours, where thankfully he did not fall sick with whatever bird poo can give you. Honestly, whose idea was it for babies to explore the world with their mouth?
I know, because like you're so thinking, okay, he's got rabies now.
Rabies?
It's like the only animal-related illness I can think of.
Rabies! It's rabies. No, but you're immediately
you think.
You're just like, well, A&E, right? A&E. Pigeon poo in your mouth.
Also, sorry, not to make this worse for the listener, but like they are also supposed to be like the like runt of the, like they're supposed to be the dirtiest birds, aren't they?
Well, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't love any poo, but yeah.
No, but out of all of the birds, you're picking pigeons.
You'd rather a dove, wouldn't you?
Or an eagle.
An eagle.
Or a swan.
A swan. I reckon maybe they're quite big, those poos, swans.
I'd just rather it.
Yeah, than pigeon.
For sure.
Oh my God, it's actually so vile.
God, those were really great write-ins. Thank you.
Thank you for all the poo stories, girls.
Please use this as a reminder to write in.
Yeah.
We love a poo story. We love a birth story. We love just a general confession for some shit parenting that you've done.
Yeah.
Anything to lighten our mood.
Yeah, or just say hi.
You tell them the email, because I don't know it. I always forget.
confessions@ibegyourpardon.co.uk. And I recently renewed our domain, so you can mail us for another
Woo!
week. No, year.
Yeah.
Sorry, not week.
Nice.
A year.
And whilst we're asking you to do stuff, can you subscribe?
Subscribe, like,
we've been told
what
that
the other things
matters.
I say. Follow, like, subscribe.
And the most important thing, can you tell your mates?
I actually...
Oh, God, here she goes. She's told one person to listen to the fucking pod, and suddenly she thinks she's Mother Teresa.
I told my makeup artist about the pod for the wedding. Told me. And she has listened to most of the episodes already.
You've told me.
Hi,
well
Laura.
done you. So in a year, you've told one person to listen to the pod.
You know, I get very... No, I also told my NCT group.
Okay, great.
They are listening.
Okay.
Hi, ladies.
Well, for all the other listeners, because Nadia's only told 6 people in her entire life.
I feel like it's really awkward to be like, hi, nice to meet you. I have a podcast. Like, who am I?
Obviously, me being more tactile. But anyway, guys, if you could all tell one person.
If all of you tells one people's.
Then we'd have lots more peoples that would listen to our pod. And that would make us happy. So if you could do that and compensate for Nadia's shoddiness, then that would be great.
Thank you.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.
Have a good week.
Love
Hope
you.
we haven't bummed you out. Bye.